The pearl is the queen of gems and the gem of queens. Grace Kelly, American actress and Princess of Monaco. Until our modern era, the natural pearl was reserved only for the highest nobility, more rare and treasured than other gemstones. What made June's birthstone so rare? How do they form, and what interesting history and lore exists for us to glean today? This is episode 7 in my History of Birthstone series, but before we begin, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing for more gem, mineral, and fossil-related content. And if you haven't yet, check out my Mooney Find Mineral of the Month Club. Every month you'll receive a curated mineral, a modest write-up, a specimen tag, entry into a giveaway, and as it grows, more. Your final hint is, it's a variety of birthstone. Let's begin. What is a pearl? Pearls are calcium carbonate. There are two main types. A mixture of aragonite and conchiolin called nacre forms the basis for nacreous pearls. These are considered the most gemmy, while the others, calcareous, have calcite mixed in. All are calcium carbonate, but the differing structures means different lusters and hardnesses. For instance, the nacreous pearls are harder with a very gemmy luster, while the calcareous ones are more dull and easier to crack. These pearls are produced within the soft tissues of various mollusks. They range from 2.5 to 4.5 on the Mohs scale of hardness, and while the highest quality pearls are smooth and very round, they can form in more amorphous shapes, as well known as baroque pearls. Fun fact, they're oftentimes fluorescent, which is really cool. It's a bit of a myth, though, that clams form pearls in response to sand getting stuck in their fleshy bits. Really, it's a response to irritants in general, and more commonly in nature, parasites. In response to an irritant, the mollusk secretes a layer of carbonates, the same material that makes up their shells. These thin layers of carbonates encase the irritant and thus protects the mollusk from it. Gastropods like snails can also produce pearls sometimes, but they have never been noted to be nacreous, which leads us to part of the reason they were highly esteemed in the ancient world. While pearl-producing mollusks were certainly eaten and cultivated to some degree, pearls of any real size were exceptionally rare. It wasn't until the early 1900s when commercial cultivating and culturing of saltwater pearls began in Asia. And since the 1920s, cultured pearls have almost completely replaced the market, making them affordable en masse. In cultured pearls, an irritant is manually added to the mollusk. They are affordable and pretty easy to get overall, but for most of history, a pearl was a rare sight only really seen on the upper class. The oldest known pearl jewelry was discovered in the sarcophagus, which, by the way, literally means flesh eater, of a Persian princess who died around 520 BCE. One Persian myth states that the pearl was a symbol of light and hope that was transformed by the tears of the gods. Another, the pearls were created when a rainbow met the earth after a storm. The Hellenistic world of Greece and Rome centuries later would also highly prize the pearl. Again, only worn by royalty and the most prestigious individuals. The Hellenistic world associated them with Venus, or Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Precious pearls were not associated with Egyptian culture until around the same time as Greece and Rome. However, they used mother of pearl, the material the shell is made out of, for millennia, and both were associated with Isis, goddess of healing and life. So it was a fertility symbol in more than one culture. Though to be fair, most things on this birthstone series have had that label. Amethyst, fertility symbol. Pearls, obviously. Emerald, super fertility symbol. Driveway gravel, the baby's on the way. Rubber ducky on a Jeep, you're an overachiever. Sandals with socks on, look out ladies! Get the picture? But snapping back to reality. In the Byzantine Empire, only the emperor was allowed to wear this gemstone. Tudor England was known as the Pearl Age due to the popularity of the stone. Precious pearls form as layer upon layer of nacre coats an irritant. The largest nacreous pearl is only about 600 carats and is 3 inches tall. It's called the Pearl of Asia. It dates back to the 17th century. But the non-nacreous pearls can grow truly massive. Let's talk about a couple of them. The Pearl of Lao Tzu, or the Pearl of Allah, because it looks like a man in a turban, apparently, was once considered the largest in the world at 14 pounds. While not considered gem quality, it still has an estimated value of 35 million USD. Though the question has to be asked, what's the value of a human life? As the clam this pearl came from clamped down and killed the first diver that found it. But the largest calcareous pearl today is the Pearl of Puerto. A 2.2 foot long and 75 pound pearl. Its estimated value is around $100 million. At one time, pearls were the rarest of gemstones, made from a form of life itself. Their popularity may have waned with a dramatically increased supply. But what do you think about pearls? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. And again, if you haven't yet, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It tremendously helps with the algorithm.